All right, welcome back again. So we are going to start testing. So we've got one clue. Usually after I make one clue, that's when I start testing. And then I'll write a clue and I'll test it. And I just kind of like to do things that way. My personal style, so it's the way we're going to do it here. The way we're going to do our testing is through a test registration. So in order to actually test your work, you're going to have to go to the Test Hunt tab. So I'll just bring that up. So I'm just going to click on Test Hunt here. That'll take me over to the test area. And I'm going to create a test registration. So test registration, you don't have to assign a team name at all. Just to show you that it will show up, I'm going to write my team in here. And you say create a test registration. You get 2 test registrations by default. So right now I've used one of them. What you're going to need to do is you're going to need to take this code and you're going to need to take your smartphone and you're going to have to say enter event code and just type it in. So I'll just kind of do that over here. So I'm signed in as McKinley. You could be signed in as anyone, right? The event code doesn't care, who made it. It's just an event code. So I kept saying event code. I should say hunt code. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to type it in here. I'm going to cheat and paste it in. And then once I do that, it should say finding hunt, downloading clues, and you're now registered for card games. So I think that's cool. It's like the first time that like my web and my smartphone are talking. So it's on a simulator here, so it's on the computer, but whenever it's like on your phone, it just, I don't know, it feels neat to me. So now we can kind of see what our first page looks like. So this is our hunts main page. Head to the starting location when the game is ready. You can pretend like you just got told deal. So I can just go ahead and hit this and type in deal. And so that will unlock the blackjack puzzle, which is pretty cool, right? Also, if I go back, you can see that this screen is now changed, right? If I go back again, you can see that my latest hunt is card games and it's in progress. If I go into the blackjack clue, what it'll do is it will have a hint that comes out at 1 minute. And so due to one of the check boxes that I put on in the last video was I said show unavailable hints. And so it's got this countdown timer. That's your choice. You can choose to have a countdown timer like that for when the hint will be free, or you can not. You can play with it and see what you like best. But it will go ahead and have the hint show up in 15 seconds. I'll just wait for it. All right, so 3, 2, 1, and free hint available. Show the hint. So this is where I said always split aces and eights. So that one's great. The clue itself looks good. Everything seems fine in here. You can click on this image if you want it to go full screen. You can also zoom around if you really can't see it well enough. Oops. And then once you're done looking at it, you can click again and then you can say done. You can solve or skip this clue. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit solve. And the solution to this one was hit me. And so I've successfully, oh no, it's not hit me? So I planned that, of course. Not really. Yeah, I'm not sure if I did it off video or whatever, but yeah, the solution for this right now is all in. So yeah, that's a mistake. Let's change that to hit me. I'm pretty sure I just typed that wrong in the last video. Oops. Yeah, hit me. There we go. So now that I've made that change, if you're on a real device, it'll actually just auto update. You'll see the spinner go off here, nothing will happen. Since I'm on a simulator, I will have to hit sync now, and then it'll pick up that change, so sync complete. And now I've fixed it to be hit me. So I completely accidentally did that, but it was a good example of, hey, when you're testing a hunt, you make mistakes, and that's how you fix things, right? So I finished the hunt, so I can say finish hunt. It says I've finished card games. I got 100 points. It takes me back to this view. Seemed to work fine. What I like to do is I like to just click on reset hunt, and then I'll just hit OK to reset the hunt, and it'll just rewind the clock, and you'll just get a practice again. I also like to go down different paths, right? So, in this case, there's not a lot of paths. My options were solve and skip. But if you want to skip it, you can type skip. It's going to result in my favorite dialogue ever. So when you finish the hunt, you have 0 points, right? So it's going to say, congratulations, you finished with 0 points. My favorite dialogue in the whole app, for sure. So, obviously that path worked fine. Other things you can do is I already made one change. I changed the solution, which was an accident. But you can change other things too. So, for example, the title here, it says card games. If I wanted to, I could go back up to the hunt info, and I don't know, I could just type whatever. Toast is yummy. Sounds like a good title. And if I hit save on an actual device, it will probably just change right before your eyes. But since I'm on a little weird simulator here, oops, I'm going to have to hit sync now. And it'll update to toast is yummy. So you can see it changed on all the screens. I mean, you can change anything you want, right? So, I mean, I could have changed start codes. I could change solutions. Visible text is a good thing to change, just kind of when you're getting used to things. So, for example, if I go into the blackjack content, I'll just kind of put this in my clipboard. Hit me is the answer. So if I save that, and again, on a real device, it should change right before your eyes, but I'm going to have to hit sync now. So it just says, hit me is the answer. So it's really easy to make changes. And I mean, you spot so many typos and things like that. It's just really handy. I'm going to go ahead and fix these things back to the default card games. So here you can see it says, toast is yummy, hit me is the answer. But as soon as I do a sync now, it's now fixed back up. And I can just let it run, and that's fine. If I want to check to make sure that everything is still functional, I can do that. If I want to make sure my second hint is there, but I don't want to wait for the timer to go off, I can just click on hints, and I can see that it did actually come up right. All right, I actually feel pretty good about the testing. So we did our one clue. We went ahead and created our test registration. We've got a surprising amount of stuff, right? So we've only created, I mean, we created for like 3 minutes. We've got a lot of stuff, which I think that's pretty fun. And if you're using test registrations, make sure you're very comfortable with Reset Hunt. You'll use it all the time, exploring the different paths, making changes, and then putting things back. All right, next up, we need to just add some more content. So come back next time and we'll knock out those other 2 clues. See you then.